Hey guys, Mike here from Lunch Money Comics, and yeah, it's that time of year again. I'm at the one and only TERRIFICON, the best comic show in the northeastern United States, a place that I go to every single year. I've made a lot of great memories here, but that's usually because I get to stay for the whole weekend. This year, not so lucky, very busy weekend for me with the family. I only have one day at TERRIFICON. Impossible, right? Well, it's gonna be the longest day ever. I'm here at opening. I'll be here well into the late night because there's a lot of comic creators I want to meet, but most importantly, a lot of friends. So come along for the ride, guys. This is one of the best shows in the world, one not to be missed. All right, here we go, TERRIFICON. And there's the organizer, Mitch Halleck, right there, and Mr. TERRIFICON himself. All right, here we go. All right, guys, as is customary every year, I start with signatures. The lines here get very long, especially on Saturday, and there's a lot of people I really want to meet. So let's go check out the lines now. The door's just opened. It's filling up pretty quick. All right, guys, so of course, people come here for the artists and the writers, and we have John Romita Jr. here. Lines are filling up quick. We have both Simonsons here. Heading on over, we have Humberto Ramos and Edgar Delgado. Awesome. I'm a big fan of their work on Strange Academy. Let's see, we have Jerry Ordway, Terry Moore. Not everyone's here yet. And wow, the line for Chris Claremont is already filled up. And here's the line for Mark Sylvester, the person I am most excited to see because I've never seen him here before. And I loved his work on X-Men when I was a kid. He doesn't show up till 11. I could wait in line now, but I think I'm going to come back later on, which I'm probably going to regret. But definitely can't wait to meet Mr. Sylvester. All right, guys, the celebrities here are crazy. We have Ki-Hoi Kwan over right here, Doug Jones, Henry Thomas, and Jeremy Davies. Big fan of both of them. There's Mitch himself, the coordinator. Whole bunch of people. Ooh, Karen Allen from Indiana Jones. Haley Atwell is going to be here later. Here's the line for her. I'd actually like to meet her. Billy Zane, pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, guys, the celebrities here are just as good as the comic creators. Unbelievable. So since the lines are so long at a lot of these people I want to meet, I'm going to look around for some of the more low-hanging fruit. That is the artists and writers who don't have long lines. And here's one of them, Steve Englehart. I have a pretty awesome book for him to sign. All right, Steve. So I'm here with Steve Englehart, and I have Heroes for Hope X-Men.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I've been getting as many people to sign it as possible. And you worked on it, and I have not seen you at a show yet. So I am very excited to have you add your signature to this book.
I'm very excited to find a place to do that.
Find anywhere you want. Yeah, there's room on the back, too. People have gotten pretty creative in sneaking them in there.
You mind if I cover up Spidey?
Sure, and the Rick Parker filled it in. He's the one who colored it in.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to screw it up for him.
Oh, there you go. I'll let him know. Awesome. Thank you so much, Steve. Really great to meet you. Appreciate it.
Same here.
Take it easy. All right. So Steve Englehart signed it right over Rick Parker's remark. If I ever see Rick Parker, I'll let him know. But I have one more person I want to sign this, and I'm really excited to meet this person. All right, guys, and here is the next person I want to sign this book, none other than Ann Nocenti. I'm a huge fan of hers. Not only did she work on several parts of this book, she worked on Longshot, and I brought a pretty awesome book for her to sign. I'm very excited to meet her.
Thank you, Ann.
Thank you.
Just go over here.
Hi.
Hi, Ann. I am super excited to meet you. Because I'm out here in New England. You've never been out here, as far as I know.
Never been out here.
Oh,
no.
man, I am ecstatic to meet you. Because I have a couple things for you to sign.
I don't come out much, as they say.
I have the obvious one first, right? Huge Longshot fan, X-Men fan. So if you can sign that, I had Art signed it a couple years ago here. Awesome. And the other one I want you to sign is this. So I've been having as many people sign this who worked on it as possible. And I have a lot. So there's room in the back, too.
It was the only time I ever worked with Mike Kaluta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did a Phoenix story.
I noticed you did a lot of things. I have the cheat sheet here,
we
too.
Were also me and Weezy were the editors, I think.
And you were the colorist on a couple pages, too? Is that
Yeah.
true? There's room in the back, too, if you need real estate, because I know this is filling up.
Look for a character.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Well, I just wrote Punk Storm.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
So I think I can go
You got to
right
do,
there.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And it is wonderful to meet you. I'm so happy to see you here this year. So I thought I'd have to go all the way to the West Coast or something to meet up with you at some point.
I just don't do that many cons because actually they're hard work and they're lonely a little bit. And
It's a lot of work. Yeah, I can
this
understand.
one has fast become my favorite
It's great.
because I have a lot of friends here.
Yep.
So you're not like just sitting in the hotel bar alone at night.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Ann. Wonderful meeting you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
This is basically the comic book old age fun for these conventions.
That's fine. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Pretty awesome. Excited to have Ann DeSantis finally sign these for me. And here are all of the Ninja Turtles actors from the Ninja Turtles movie, the first one. Galactus is not cooler than Joe from 360 Comics.
What up?
What's going on? Oh, the only man in here with a larger stature in life.
So, yeah.
Wow, look at that. How you doing?
Good. We got in late last night.
Yeah.
Pope of Chilitown and I played the TERRIFICON poker tournament, which was not well advertised. There weren't a lot of people
Oh,
there.
I wish I knew.
But I took second place and he got first. So
Wow, congrats.
Philly reigned supreme
Yeah,
at
you should.
TERRIFICON
Oh, there you
this
go.
year.
There you go.
But yeah, I just got on the floor like not even 20 minutes ago and kind of making my first rounds. Haven't bought anything yet, but
Yeah.
I got some poker winnings to.
There you go.
spend on
Oh, that's
some comics.
dangerous at Terrificon. And you walked in right at the time everyone else walked in. So
Yep.
that's great, including the Devourer himself. So good to see you, buddy. I'll see you later.
You too, man.
All right.
Definitely.
All right, Mark Sylvester is finally here. So time to get in line. So I have to confess, guys, I was going to wait in this line for Mark Sylvester, but my buddy Brendan, the Collector Without Fear, had an extra line skip, and he was gracious enough to give it to me. I feel really bad. I've never skipped a line before, but I have too much to do, too many people to see, so jumping in line right now, get those signed. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you of all people. Hi, Mr. Sylvester. I'm a huge fan. So listen, one of my closest friends is up in Canada. Couldn't make it down. He had literally just changed his plans. Biggest Colossus fan I know. So I was wondering if you could sign that for him.
You got it.
That'd be really nice.
Happy to. Thank you. I always have to sign these.
Yep.
Thank you, my friend.
Awesome, Mark. Thank you so much. I'd love one. All right, here's the man, Brendan, the Collector Without Fear. Thank you so much, buddy. First time I've ever skipped a line. I felt bad the whole time doing it.
I know, I kind of do too, but I mean, you pay for it, so.
You paid for it, so
Well, yeah.
I really appreciate that, buddy.
No problem.
All right. We'll hang out later anyways, right?
Definitely.
Look who I found away from the booth, and I'm going to be honest, you've been in this same spot
spot.
all morning.
Or 3.5 hours. Can you imagine? My ADD is so ADD'd out. I feel so bad for the people sitting behind me who actually watch you.
Right.
Rachel and Louie, huge fans of the channel.
Oh, wow.
And so when they watch this, Louie and Rachel, thank God for the two of you listening to me talk
There
for
you
the
go.
past 2 hours.
You know, if you want to see Walt Simonson, just get breakfast in the morning. You'll bump into him. So that's the easiest way at Terrificon I can give you. Well, good luck. Hope he shows up soon. All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
I'm out.
Over here we have, of course, Jim Starlin. There he is. Great guy. Awesome prints. Oh, that's very cool. All right, here's my next signature, and it's none other than Joe Jusko. And I thought I had a unique signature for him, but this guy's literally doing what I was gonna do. So yeah, I was gonna have this sealed Marvel Masterpieces Series 110 signed on the cover. Didn't think anyone else would do that, but nope. Not that original, I guess. Hey, Joe.
How's it going, man?
I thought I was being clever, but evidently not. I'm not that unique, I guess. So, yeah.
Actually, that was the first one I signed.
Really?
all weekend,
Oh,
yeah.
well, then I feel...
So you're there.
All right, I'm there, yeah. Awesome. Hopefully it actually sticks to it.
Oh, yeah, it works well.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Let's not smear that. There we
Awesome.
go.
Love your work. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Filling up really quick. There's Miss Atwell right there. Okay. So I was not planning on meeting Haley Atwell, but she was on her way to a panel, and they cleared the line. I just quickly asked, hey, do you have time for another 30 seconds? And she said yes. So I jumped in and got my Captain Carter #1 signed. Yeah, my wife is a big Haley Atwell fan, and she told me if I had a chance to meet her, I should. Again, if I was going to wait in line, I wouldn't have done it, but it just happened to work out, guys. So you never know what's going to happen at TERRIFICON, guys. Sometimes you get really, really lucky. That was pretty cool. So I'm here with David Thorne Wenzel, who I got some fantastic prints from you last year. And I need this one to go on the wall with the other ones. And I know I'll see you in a couple weeks as it is, but I'm going to pick this up now, if you don't mind.
You got it.
Love your work. Thank you so much. All right, now that I got all these signatures out of the way, I'm going to have some lunch. I need it. And then I'm going to come back, hit the floor, and actually look at some comic books. All right, TJ, Silver Age Comics. Another Tom from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Joe from 360 Comics. We have Bronzeville Comics, Jim himself. And we have Paul of Brixco Comics. We're having lunch, then back to it. It's a very impressive height on that Chewy. All right, I haven't been into this room yet. They do have CGC on-site grading, which is new this year. Previous years, they have some facilitators, but they're actually here this year. And here we have Mr. Kevin Eastman of Ninja Turtle fame with a really long line that wraps around the entire room. All right, finally looking at comic books. I'm here with Jeff, Silver Whistle, and Carlos, Rhea Punter. You guys always have fantastic stuff. Oh my goodness. Carlos, I gotta look at that Batman, buddy. This book's high on my list. Woo.
Nice one.
It's a nice one. Wow. Neil Adams cover, amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm actually looking for nothing. Yeah, there's nothing I have my eyes set on. I'm just gonna look around and see what I can get. You know, when I go to these shows now, these big ones, I'm more interested in meeting the people, you know, getting, you know, autographs, things like that, maybe commissioning an art piece. Because when it comes to comic books, you know, I go to a lot of shows, I see the comics a lot. So I'm not like really looking for something unless it really, really speaks to me. So I have no idea what I'm looking for, which is both a blessing and a curse at a show this big. But we'll see what we see. Mike, what are you doing?
What's going on?
What you looking at?
Looking at some Strange Tales.
Nice. All right, guys.
What's going on again?
All right, this is insane. I have to show this on the channel because I've never seen this. So this is Mike. This is Spirit of Vengeance Collector on Instagram. Good friend of mine. Listen, I know people collect weird stuff, and he is a huge Ghost Rider fan, but it's not just a matter of direct and newsstand or Mark Jewelers. You have brought your collection needs to a level I've never seen before. Let's talk about this chart here. What is this?
This is a chart to keep track of the distributor stripe copies that I have and am looking for. And what I'm looking for is that copper on the top and this blue on the left.
Okay.
That was before distributor stripes were printed in the top of the book to complete a full master collection of Ghost Rider.
Right.
And I don't have these.
So let me get this straight, though. So you want what issues? 1 through 36 of Ghost Rider. And you want to have every color of distributor stripe.
Correct.
Which looks like overspray to me.
Before the distributor stripe was printed into the book,
Yep.
they literally dragged paint across the top of the books to designate, I believe, where it went. According to Don Rosa, it's where it was being shipped off to, and that's the only way you can tell pre-1979 if it was a newsstand copy or a direct market copy. Because prior to this, simply having a barcode does not mean newsstand.
Right.
From 1976 to 1979, all Marvel books had a barcode. They're not newsstands guaranteed. It's not till June 1979 they differentiate and finally have a newsstand and a direct market copy.
And your goal is to have every single one.
Every one of those filled. I'm 6.
I don't know if that's impressive or insane. I think it's both, but it's amazing. Thank you for teaching me that. I knew none of that, and I don't think any of my viewers knew that. Maybe a couple out there. Mike, that was awesome. Thank you so much for teaching us all something. That was amazing. All right, there's a very small booth here, but man, I just spotted some absolutely incredible stuff. How's it going? Wow.
Hi, whoever we're talking to.
Oh, sorry. You're on Lunch Money Comics.
Oh, what's up, Lunch Money
What's going on?
Comics? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I watch your video all the time.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I saw some in the small booth here. You guys have some diesel on the wall, so I had to stop and look. What's up with that first Iron Man, the Tales of Suspense 39?
The first Iron Man is a restored copy. Luckily, someone put it together pretty lovingly.
Okay, I might have to take a look at it. I mean, it looks great from back here.
So I can't take credit for this. This actually comes from Paper Asylum in Beverly, Mass.
Okay, that's my neck of the woods. I'm from that area.
Dude, your hunting videos are awesome.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
One of the best hunters.
I try. Wow, that's incredible.
Oh, I like that stupid Empire.
Wow.
Got it,
So what's the restoration on it?
yeah, what is it trimmed or?
It had some pieces put back on. If you notice the cover, just right along.
Oh,
it
yeah.
Like a tear.
Yeah.
You can see there's no quotation mark at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, that happens naturally on these two, you know, but cool, wow. That's always fun to hold, though, anyways. It looks beautiful. Thank you. And you gotta look at the Amazing Fantasy 15, of course.
That's
also restored.
Yep. So the funny story.
But it's signed.
The funny story I heard of this. So it was restored when CGC did their original restoration.
Yep.
It was at a 7.
Okay.
And then when they came in with their higher up restored capabilities, it marked it from a 7 to a 5.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
it's still a gorgeous book, and it is still signed by Stan Lee, which
Yeah.
trying to find an Amazing Fantasy plus a signed Stan Lee
Right.
is probably crazy.
Wow. So they basically changed their restoration criteria and it dropped it from a 7 to a 5. That's a bummer because it's a sharp looking book.
Yeah.
And it's signed by Stan. Come on.
And nobody colored in the eyes.
No one colored in the eyes. Still a beautiful copy. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, I'm here with the legendary Erod, of course. And who did I bump into? Justin from No Good Comics. And we're having a conversation about Nick Cardy covers. And I heard you have some.
I do. I don't. Justin took most of my Nick Cardy.
All right. Well,
There are some, I believe there's some Aquamans over there.
All right, I'll check those out. But you have a couple books back here I got to look at. That Silver Surfer 4 I'm interested in. First, Batgirl. I got to look at both those books.
Okay.
Those are amazing. Oh, man, this is such a cool cover. I love this cover.
I'm doing some behind the scenes here.
One of the best Silver Age covers. Oh, man.
You got rules too.
Oh, you got a whole bunch, man.
Liz has that.
I get a little spine issue there, but hey, it's an affordable price, definitely. And this one's sort of a... Wow, that's actually nice.
It's all about the cover with that, man. That cover is just iconic.
It's iconic. All right, guys, I'm here with Mark, who I first met down in New Jersey at King Kong. We waited in line for a long time together. I'm happy I bumped into you because you have something for me?
Absolutely.
What is this? Tell me what this is.
I mean, many years ago, somebody gave this to my dad. They took a bunch of the Nightcrawler cards from, what is this, 93?
Yep.
They stacked them together, cut it across.
Dude,
and they stacked it.
that is one of the most special
3D
things
card.
anyone's ever handed to me.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate it, Mark. Awesome. We'll do a lefty handshake. Thank you.
Take care, Joe. Nice to meet you.
Oh man, and this is the hot book du jour right here, just because of that Instagram post. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool looking cover to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm not gonna spend 50 on it, but it's a cool book. All right, so we have quite the collection of first Hawkeye. Oh, and you got a greatest signed. Who signed it?
Stanley.
Stanley signed, of course. Wow. So you are running the gamut here from a greatest Stan Lee to a cover list.
I'm trying to fit everybody.
You got one for every type of collector here. All right. These guys have some great comics here. Wow. There's Guy Gardner right there. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's look at a couple more of these.
First Daredevil's right there.
I got one here last year. Oh, cover detached. Gonna say that was a good price. And this is some issues there. First Hawkeye, and it is $360. Okay.
Black Widow back on the wall.
Yeah, if it is detached. I mean, it's a beautiful presenting copy, but all right. So this is a Hawkeye I'm looking for. It does have that chip. Staples look pretty tight on it. Let's check the pages. Ooh, they're pretty white pages. A little cream. There he is. Let's check. Let's Go to the staples here. Ooh, they look nice. A little dirty. Oh, and there's a... All right, damage there. Well, let's see. Maybe I can negotiate a good price for this one. I wouldn't mind having a first Hawkeye if I can get it for the right price.
It's solid, but it's not. It's like how they normally come.
Yeah.
And I do 2,500 on it.
2,500. It's cool. It's raw.
Yeah. They're
First,
I just got
Hal Jordan.
They're both
Oh, it's
amazing.
pretty cool. It looks pretty good far away though.
This really took a lot.
That's awesome. Well done. Yeah, that's a lot of work. All right, line short. One more signature. There we go. Just added one more signature to the book for Colossus. We have both Chris Claremont now alongside Mark Sylvester. Pretty cool comic book.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Izzy.
Where are you, Izzy?
I'm in TERRIFICON.
And whose booth are you at?
Spineworks Comics NYC. Got Mike right there.
And who are they hanging out with? We have Josh
some guy,
and...
we think he's an artist.
We think he's an artist. All right.
The legendary Walt.
Legendary Walt Simonson. Here we are at Mike Carbo's booth, and he always has insanely good stuff. I got a good book from him recently. Oh wow, sorry. There you go. This is big stuff. That's very cool.
I told them I don't have one.
It's got a Tale of Suspense 39 up there.
All
right.
Let him know I'm leaving.
Wow, that's a good looking 1.8.
I didn't do anything to this.
Cleaned off my page, just get some pieces floating in there. So, is it brittle? Is it?
Mike, I gotta go use the bathroom. No, it's decent. It's just it can't be pressed. It can't be improved. It's the way it is.
Yeah, one set of quotations. That's all right. That's common.
It's a good wall piece.
It's a wall book. Yeah.
If that was a book I'm gonna buy to keep and never sell, I'm buying this one.
Yeah. All right, listen. This is the meeting of the mics here. Okay, Lunch Money Comics, Spineworks, Mike Carbo.
3M.
I've been buying too many big books this summer. This book's on my list. Listen, there was no way I was buying this book. I know they had a commission. I knew.
You can never buy too many good books.
But I had like the low ball price. There's no way I'm getting this book, and without prompt, you threw out a ridiculous price. I honestly, guys, I can't say no to.
It's a you have to take it home.
There it is.
I have to take
Do
it
we
home
have to
price.
tell everybody what you paid for?
I will.
Keep that secret.
I will. I tell everybody. I'm always honest about
There
that.
you
I'll
go.
tell you guys when I get home. But I can't believe I'm going to do this. I just bought a Tales of Suspense 39.
Yes,
Thank
for
you guys
under
so much.
$3,900.
Unbelievable. All right, gotta bring it. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Wow, that is unbelievable.
Enjoy. And guys, just remember, when you're going out there, when you see something that you love, don't hesitate for it. Like, don't make the mistake a lot of people do. You know, you're not always going to get a great deal from everybody, but when you get a good deal, stop looking for a steal and take a good deal. Buy something you love for what you're comfortable with, and you will never have buyer's remorse.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Enjoy.
Unreal, unbelievable. So, just to be clear, I got a good deal on this, not because these guys are promoting anything. I didn't give them a special
Not at
deal.
all.
They just want to give me a great deal on this book, but I thought I could return the favor by having them promote something really awesome that they
Pay
have
it
set
forward,
up.
as
Pay
the
it
saying
forward. So I'm going to
goes.
get out of the way and let the two other mics take over
All
here.
right, so as every TV season would start in September, we are starting in September every other Thursday on eBay.
That's right, eBay Live. We are once again coming back for season 2 with Den of Geek, courtesy of our partners at Crash Media Productions. And we couldn't be more excited.
And what are we doing on this show?
You know, not only are we going to be auctioning off some really cool stuff, but we're going to be bringing you some amazing pop culture talk. And of course, a little top secret Lunch Money exclusive.
Yes.
There is original programming in the works that is going to be a little talk show, a little infotainment,
How about music?
if you will.
Yep.
We're going to be covering music, movies, you name it. It's going to be more than comic books. And the truth is, we want to
It's
share
gonna
our
be a lot of
passion
fun.
for these things with you and collectors all around the world. And Mike, will you be a guest on our show?
I would love to be a guest with the other mics on this show.
Yes.
So there we go, because 3
Lots
mics
of
are even
mics.
better than 2. But thank you
Yes.
so much. Enjoy this beautiful book.
Den
Look
of
at
Geek,
this.
eBay Live, 2 mics, mic'd up, and we are jazzed for mic'd up.
It sounds awesome. I'm happy to promote it. Honestly, it's the least
Great.
I can do, guys. Thank
And we'll
you
see
so
you at
much.
Big Apple too, I think.
Yeah, hopefully I
right?
can make it to that too.
Yes.
Thank you guys so
It
much.
all rocks.
I can't wait to check it
Thanks
out.
a lot.
All right, guys. This day has not gone how I thought it was going to. Not that I'm complaining, but the floor is closing, and I'm out of money, not just for today, but perhaps the entire year. On top of that, my phone is almost dead. So I'm gonna go back to my car and relax after that big purchase, charge my phone, but that certainly doesn't mean the night is over. I'm gonna go to some of the after parties we have here at TERRIFICON. I have a lot of friends in the community up here in New England. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll show you footage of it, but otherwise I will see you guys back at home, talk about my amazing experience at TERRIFICON 2025. So that escalated quickly. Yeah, that was not how I thought my one day at TERRIFICON 2025 was going to go. As a matter of fact, at one point, I thought I wasn't going to buy any books, and that was going to be the theme of this video. How the tables turned quickly. Listen, we'll talk about that comic book I picked up and all the other stuff in a minute. First, I want to talk about TERRIFICON, guys. This is one of my favorite shows in the whole world. It's sort of the big premier comic show up here in New England and in the Northeast in general. And really, despite the fact there are some pop culture elements, there are some actors and non-comic book stuff. Listen, guys, this is a comic collector show. It's 95% comic books and the people who create them. The names they get every year is absolutely amazing. The books that you see are incredible. And what really makes this show completely different from all the other ones is the venue. It's in the beautiful Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino in Southern Connecticut. And guys, this is a beautiful place. Even if you don't gamble, there is so much to do in this resort. I mean, one, you're staying in the resort if you stay overnight. The con floor is right downstairs, but also there are dozens of restaurants and shops and bars. There was even a live concert that they had outdoor on Saturday. There's just so much to do. And because everyone's staying in this one place, you bump into people all the time. You bump into celebrities and comic creators. And last year, I told the story many times, I got to have breakfast with Walt Simonson several days in a row. And to that last point, guys, a little bit of magic happened once again. So let me tell you what happened after the camera stopped rolling. First, I went out to dinner with some very dear friends. My very close friend Larry and his daughter Hannah. They do a father-daughter trip to TERRIFICON every year. Our buddy Glenn, known as Flat Earth Santa online, we went to an Irish pub and had a pint of Guinness. Then we went to the Three Men in a Basement live show. So every year, the Three Men in a Basement guys from one of the lobbies in the towers in the hotel, they do a live show on YouTube where they talk about the day's events and everyone goes up and shows off some really cool things. Hannah went up and showed off some original art she got. I showed off my big book. It's always a real lot of fun. You never know what's going to happen. But then afterwards, we went down to a bar. So I had several friends that were all hanging out down there. My buddy Brendan that you saw in the footage, it was his birthday as of midnight. My buddy Josh is moving back down to North Carolina, so it's sort of a going away, bittersweet thing with him. Well, we're in there. We're at this place called Tom's Watch Bar, the exact same place that I bumped into Walt Simonson last year, when who walks in but Scotty Young. Yeah, comic creator, illustrator, writer Scotty Young walks in, stands right next to us at the bar, and we legit hung out with him for like an hour, guys. Great guy, telling funny stories. Really great guy. Humberto Ramos came in a few minutes later. Guys, this is the type of show that TERRIFICON is. You never know who you're going to bump into, and everyone's so personable and nice. We're all there for the same reason. It's pretty awesome. So if you ever have a chance to go to TERRIFICON, guys, absolutely do so. You don't need to be from the Northeastern United States. There were people that I talked to that flew in from all around the country and overseas. I met some guys from the UK. It's definitely a show not to be missed. Although I didn't stay for the whole weekend this time, it's definitely a show I will always go to every single year without fail. It's just my favorite show, I think, in the entire world. I'll never, ever miss it. All that being said, guys, I got some absolutely insane stuff at TERRIFICON 2025 this year. Before I show it to you, if you like this sort of stuff and you want to support the channel, please head on down, hit that like button, share the channel with others you think might enjoy it, and make sure you follow me on Instagram under Lunch Money Comics IG. Because there are so many comic book creators and artists at TERRIFICON, a popular thing for people to do is to meet them, maybe get some original art, and some signatures. And although I didn't get any original art, well, I kind of did actually, I'll show you in a second, I was really excited about the signatures because there were several people there who I love, who I've never met before. So the first thing I'm going to show you, and if you're a longtime viewer of Lunch Money Comics, you've seen this book a couple times. This is my Heroes for Hope X-Men book from 1985. Everyone in the industry seemed to work on this book back in the day. Here's my cheat sheet. I'm trying to get as many people who are still around that worked in this book to sign it. And I always managed to add, a couple more signatures at every big show. Well, there were two more people that I had not yet met. The first one was Steve Englehart, who kind of signed right over Rick Parker's Spider-Man remark here, and Ann Nocenti, who signed the back, which brings my grand total of signatures on this book up to 20, guys. 20 signatures, and I'm certainly not done getting signatures on this book. So that's an awesome milestone to hit. Speaking of Ann Nocenti, I love her because she created one of my favorite characters of all time, Longshot. This is Longshot #1, the first part of a 6-part limited series, also from 1985, that introduced us to the quirky character of Longshot and other characters in his weird alternate dimension like Mojo and Spiral, characters that have become a pretty big part of Marvel Comics. And I love Longshot because he joined the X-Men team in the late 80s. I love those books. But who also worked in this book, it was Art Adams did the art. And I met him a couple of years ago and had him sign it at TERRIFICON. So now I have both signatures. I thought that was really cool, guys. I couldn't pass up the opportunity. And Innocenti was very, very nice and wonderful to talk to. Another comic book creator I was super excited to meet because I've never bumped into him before was Mark Sylvester. I love him for his work on X-Men books in the late 80s. He's actually one of my favorite X-Men artists. Here's the thing. I got this book not for me, but for my buddy Ryan, the Colossus Collector. My Canadian friend was supposed to go to this show, had to cancel last second. I know he was excited to meet Sylvester, so I grabbed this book. Not only is it a great cover of Sylvester featuring the whole team, it's showing his boy Colossus front and center. Not only did Sylvester sign it, there was a break in Claremont's line. I had him sign that as well. So there you go, Ryan. I'm probably not going to be able to get this all the way to Canada before the video comes out. So if you're watching it, surprise. If you're not watching this, maybe, hopefully you were surprised when it showed up in the mail. So there you go. The next comic book, this is the book that is by far the most popular Mark Sylvester cover, I'm pretty sure. This is Uncanny X-Men number 251. Now, those of us who collect X-Men books for a long time have always loved this cover of sort of Wolverine, you know, being crucified on the X. But this has come to prominence in the last year because this was homaged in Deadpool and Wolverine in a quick little scene. So it's a more popular book. And because of that, Sylvester signs $5 for a signature, $10 for this book. Everyone was having this book signed. Lower grade copy, but it came from my personal collection. Totally fine. Really great to meet Mark Sylvester, guys. Another person who I was really excited to meet, although I have met them in the past, was Joe Jusko. Joe Jusko is an amazing painter, primarily known for his work on comic book trading cards in the 90s, and chief amongst those, the Marvel Masterpieces cards. In fact, this is Series 1 right here. This is the sealed box set, which has the whole set, plus, you know, the chase cards in it, plus a little bonus set, the Women of Marvel. Yeah, he did every card in the set. And like all the other Marvel cards in the 90s, they made a big impact on me in my comic collecting. They were sort of my in to Marvel Comics. And that's not just true of me, it's true of a lot of collectors in the 90s. So these cards have a very near and dear place in my heart. And because of that, I've met Joe Jusko before. I have several cards signed by him. I have some comic books signed by him. But I had this tin, and I'm like, hey, this is original and different. I want him to sign this. Not that original. There's a guy in front of me doing the same thing. But still, guys, Joe Jusko, beautiful signature. It's a cool-looking piece. Happy to add this, you know, to my wall back here. I think it'll look really cool. Always awesome to meet Joe Jusko. So I happen to get one more signature, not one I really planned on. As you saw in the footage, it's not just comic book personalities. There are legit TV and movie stars there, and some pretty big names. One of the biggest there was Haley Atwell. Everyone watching this knows she played Peggy Carter in the MCU, recently in some Mission Impossible movies. My wife loves her from lots of British dramas. Yeah, she was there. Here's the thing, guys. I don't usually do the celebrity thing. Last year, I made an exception. I met Charlie Cox at TERRIFICON because I got Daredevil #1 last year. I thought it'd be a fun photo opportunity, and it was. It was great talking with him, but I wasn't planning on doing anything like that this year. Well, when I was discussing with my wife the celebrities that would be at the show, I mentioned Haley Atwell, and she loves Haley Atwell. She's like, hey, if you have a chance to meet her, tell her I said hi. And I was like, I'm probably not going to meet her. She's going to have a line out the door all day. I'm not going to meet her. She's like, well, you never know. I said, you're right. You never know. So I grabbed a book. I grabbed Captain Carter #1. This is the David Nakayama variant, a book I've always wanted David Nakayama to sign if I ever met him. Threw it in my bag, and the off chance, it worked out. Well, it did. I'm standing up near her line. This incredibly long line all of a sudden clears out. And I asked one of the handlers there, I'm like, what's going on? Haley's still there. She's like, oh, she's going to do a panel right now. Hey, actually, she can probably fit you in. I was just standing there, guys. Right place, right time. I didn't wait in line. I walked up, asked for a signature. I gave my credit card. More on that in a second. And I had her sign this book. And I got a great interaction with her. I got to talk with her for about 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute. Told her my wife's a big fan. I'm a big fan. So it's kind of cool. I got to meet her. Very nice person. Wasn't really intending to do that, but then I found out what I paid for the signature. So listen, normally signatures, you know, for the comic creators range from like $5 to $20. Celebrities are different. They don't actually charge for photo ops and signatures. Instead, that's the con charging, right? They pay to bring these celebrities in, and then they pick the prices. So I just kind of gave my credit card. I found out afterwards, this signature right here cost me $80. Ouch. Listen, it's wicked cool. I think it's really, really neat. But in retrospect, yeah, I would have been fine just saying hi to her, you know, meeting with her and talking with her. That was great. That was really kind of what I felt like I was paying for. So that's at least what I'm going with. I got to meet Haley Atwell. You never know what's going to happen, guys. It just so happened to work out. I have one more thing that I want to show you guys. And this sort of qualifies for my original art pickup. It's not a comic book. It's a print. So I got to meet David Thorne Wenzel, who's an incredible artist who's primarily known amongst us comic collectors as the artist behind the Hobbit graphic novel that came out in the late 80s. A beautifully illustrated graphic novel. He does lots of fantasy, but he's primarily known for his work on Tolkien, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Silmarillion, things like that. And what this here, it's a print. I'm underselling it. It's actually called a giclée. A giclée is a French word meaning basically a fancy print. It's on fancy paper. It uses a very fancy printer for a very high quality print. But not only that, Mr. Wenzel also puts a remark on the bottom. In fact, I wouldn't even call it a remark. I think it's a legit piece of art. He does a pencil sketch on the bottom of all of them. Last year, I got 3 smaller giclées from him with a pencil sketch. I got Gandalf, I got Smaug the Dragon, and I got a Black Rider. They're framed right above my Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and I keep thinking, I really want a little bit more splash of color, and this is the most famous one he did. This is actually the cover of that graphic novel. This is the front cover, wraparound back cover. Really happy to pick this one up. It was $60. I think it's a great deal for this, guys. Can't wait to frame it up and put it on my wall, but I do have to mention that I'm going to see him in a couple of weeks. He's going to be at the Western Mass Comic Book Show on September 13th in Greenfield, Massachusetts. Could have got a print then, but I decided instead I'm going to get an original piece of art from him, a pencil sketch. He does fantastic work, and he's relatively cheap compared to most other comic artists. So, David Thorne Wenzel, pretty excited about this one, and I'm considering this my only original art I picked up at TERRIFICON 2025, but certainly not the biggest thing I got, because now it's time to talk about the book. So I have to give you guys a little bit of a backstory of how I actually got this. When I go to these big shows, guys, honestly, I'm not looking for comic books. I'm looking to meet with my friends in the comic community and meet these comic creators I don't always get to see. Comic books, they're kind of everywhere. I go to a lot of comic shows. I don't have trouble finding these books or seeing them, to the point where even big books, when you go to these shows a lot, you've seen them all. I wasn't finding anything I really wanted. I had a couple things on my list. I was looking at First Black Widow and First Hawkeye, and I was looking at lots of copies, and I almost bought a First Hawkeye, decided against it. I didn't like the price point, and at that point, I decided, you know what? I know what this video is going to be about. That you can go to a big show like this and not buy a big book. You can go just for the people, for the artists, the creators, the art, the signatures. That was the video, and I was framing it that way in my mind, but fate had other plans. So I'm hanging out at the booth shared by 2 Mikes, Mike Raphael of Spineworks NYC, an incredible cleaner and presser, and Mike Carbonaro, Mike Carbo we call him, a famous comic book personality from New York, longtime coordinator involved in the Big Apple Comic-Con, huge eccentric personality. He's at all the shows up here. They're sharing a booth. And I'm hanging out there. My buddy Izzy from Izzyverse is there. My buddy Josh is there. Walt Simon's there. We're all talking away. So I'm talking with Mike Raphael, who I've known for a while. We're just talking, and I look up on the wall, and I see this book right here. And there's no point in me hiding it or not showing it. You know exactly what it is. It's this. This is Tales of Suspense number 39 from 1963. Lots of great people worked on it. Here's the list. We have Stan Lee and Larry Lieber stories, Don Heck, Steve Ditko, Gene Colan art, Jack Kirby, and Don Heck did this cover. And of course, guys, this is the origin and first appearance of Tony Stark, better known as Iron Man, a huge Marvel character, much bigger in the last 20 years because of the movies. And this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest Silver Age Marvel books, easily. And definitely one of the coolest origin covers. This is a big time book, guys, and it's always a great book to look at, and I want to show it off on the channel. But Mike from Spineworks was really excited to show this to me because you see here it's a 1.8. Well, he handed it to me and waited for my jaw to drop because, guys, this is quite simply the best looking 1.8 I've ever seen. Period. And I've seen some pretty good ones. I couldn't really even see what was wrong with this. The only thing you can see that's wrong with it is on the top, there's some Marvel chipping. In fact, there's a little piece floating there. Other than that, this thing looks impeccable. It looks like a 5. So I'm like, all right, Mike, what is going on with this? So this is a book that was on commission, a buddy of his. It's a book that Mike worked on himself. The reason it's a 1.8 is because it's a detached cover, which itself has 6 inches of spine splits. So Mike worked on this book. There was tape on this book. He used a razor blade to remove. He put a lot of time and effort into this book, sent it to CGC, it went into the well. Really great, because when you look at it, guys, you cannot see almost any of the damage on this book. So this is sort of the perfect low-grade book to buy, right? All the damage, you can't see it. It's either on the spine or on the inside, but it presents so much better. This is what you want because you're paying that low book price, but it presents so much better. So it was amazing for him just telling me what he did to this book and how amazing it came out. So of course, I wasn't planning on buying a book at this point, especially not one that costs a lot of money. So I asked him how much it was. So he had it priced at a little over $4,000. Like I said, it was a commission. But He said for serious buyers, they'd probably let it go for $4,000 if they asked the seller. So I was like, actually, that's probably a pretty good price. I had my buddy Rohan, who's Johnny on the spot with comps. Hey, comp out a TOS 39 1.8. He sent me back numbers and pictures, and they were priced, you know, $3,700 to $3,900. There was even one, I think that was $3,650. The difference was all of those books, all those comp books, looked like 1.8s. They're missing pieces, you know, they have huge spine rolls, they have tape across the middle. Horrible condition. This one looks incredible. So I'm thinking to myself, it's probably worth $4,000. Absolutely. I thought for sure that they would get that price by the end of the con. I wasn't planning on buying it, but the wheels were turning. This is a book I absolutely want. And if you could get it sort of under fair market value, it might be worth picking up. Oh, Mike Carbo is off to the side. Now, Mike's known for doing some crazy things from time to time, making a big deal, a big splash just to make someone happy. He loves doing it. In fact, my buddy Larry, the very next day, did a huge splash deal with Mike Carbo, right? So he comes over, he sees me looking at this book, and he says, so you gonna make me an offer on that? And in my mind, guys, I was thinking, if I was making an offer, I would lowball first, right? I would say a number of $3,500, which is under fair market value, of course, right? That would have been my low value and maybe, you know, negotiate from there. But I wasn't thinking of doing it. So I said, I didn't want to offend him. I said, I'm not going to give you an offer. He says, well, how about I give you an offer you can't say no to? And, you know, an offer I couldn't refuse from, you know, the New Yorker. And to which I responded, I bet you can't. Meaning there's no number he could give me, realistically, that I would say yes to. And you know what number he threw out, guys? $3,500. The number I was thinking in my head as the lowball number, not just that, but a number I knew financially I could do. He threw that number out, and I think my words were something along the lines of, damn you. Because I knew not only was I now considering this book, I knew I'd never find this book looking this good ever again for that price. And I knew. Long story short, after a lot of checking my bank account, a couple phone calls, you know, with the guy selling the book, and a couple of handshakes, yeah, I bought a Tales of Suspense 39, first appearance of Iron Man. And, you know, I saw them whispering. I was actually a little worried. They were whispering, like, can we actually do that? Is that a price we can pull off? You know, I was kind of worried, like, did they kind of undercut their seller too much? So I asked, you know, one of the mics, hey, you know, was that okay that you guys did that? Is the seller okay with it? He says, yes, it's fine. Mike Carbo likes to do big things like that. They knew it was a forever book for me, you know, and I've known those guys for years. So, yeah, I got this for a great deal, guys. I figured, hey, since they gave me such a great deal, such a cool book, I should give them the spotlight for a moment to plug their show coming up. It's a podcast called Mic'd Up. Great name. It's on eBay Live starting in September. I think it's the second season. I was happy to at least give them that plug, guys. So yeah, this isn't quite a Lunch Money Comics book. And honestly, guys, sometimes I feel the need to apologize for that. Like it's somewhat off-brand for the channel, or that it goes against my philosophy of you can build a great comic collection with not a lot of money. But I have a lot of friends that tell me I shouldn't have to apologize for buying a big comic book for myself. And they're right. But I tend to not think of those books as Lunch Money Comics books. This book here is a Mike the Comic Collector book. I had the disposable income, which is now gone. I am out of money. Don't expect me to buy any more big books for the rest of the year. Might have to move some other books around now to fill the coffers back up. But for right now, guys, I'm ecstatic to have this book. It's a beauty. It really, really is. Presents incredible. Guys, I was carrying this around all night, showing people. Everyone's jaw dropped when they saw it. I've never seen a book like this. Props again. Props to Mike Raphael of Spineworks NYC. He did an incredible work on this comic book. I'll put all the links to those guys down in my description if you ever want to use Mike's services. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So normally I sign off these videos by saying keep hunting for comic books in strange and unusual places. Well, TERRIFICON is not one of those places. It does not fit that description. But I'm going to amend my motto a little bit because I've been saying this for a while now. This hobby and my channel has stopped being about comic books a while ago for me. It's about the people. So my new motto just for this video is going to be keep hunting for comic books by meeting strange and unusual people. And that's not a knock against the two mics. I'm a strange and unusual person in this hobby. Make no mistake. My point is, the more people you get to know in this hobby, the more people you network with, the more opportunities you have to end up with big books like this. A Grail at a great price. And I think that's the most important thing I could possibly convey to you guys. If you're ever looking for a big book like this, know people, meet people, treat people with kindness and respect, and amazing things can happen. So yeah, keep hunting for comic books in those places. But mostly, guys, just keep meeting people in our community. You never know. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.